Hello guys! Today I'm going to review the Simply Posh Cosmetics Aurora Lights palette that launched a couple of months ago. I did receive it in PR, and as you know, if you have been watching me before, I like to use my products quite a lot before I review them. I will now show you some swatches of the palette, and then I will show you some looks per usual, and after that we can chat about my opinions about the palette. Simply Posh Cosmetics is one of my absolutely favorite brands. I love their formula, I love the packaging, the color stories, everything about them. So I have quite a lot of palettes from them. Some of them I have bought myself and some of them are PR, just to be transparent with you. One thing I really appreciate about Simply Posh Cosmetics is the way they curate their color stories. It always has some lighter shades, not necessarily always pastel shades, but at least some mid-tone shades, and they always has some darker shades, which makes it really easy to create a cohesive look. Another reason to why I love Simply Posh formula so much is because it's so easy to use, so even if I'm running late, I feel safe by using their eyeshadows, which I really can't say for a lot of brands, because when I'm in a rush I rather just put on one shimmer on the lid and run out of the door. But with Simply Posh I don't have this worry because the formula is just so effortless to work with. Color story wise, I really adore the Aurora Lights palette. I don't know if it's my favorite, to be honest, because I really love the Genuine Gems and the Fairy Tale Fairies palettes too, so it's really hard to choose a favorite, but they are all stunning for sure, and I'm so excited to have all of those palettes in my collection. I wouldn't be able to declutter any of them because they are just so stunning. I have had a lot of fun using this palette and I can't wait to use it more. It's such a lovely palette. If you are into this color story, I feel like you can't go wrong with it. The formula is really nice, and as I mentioned earlier, Simply Posh Cosmetics is one of my favorite brands, and if you haven't tried them before, you are totally missing out. So the reason why I love the Simply Posh formula so much is because the mattes are blendable, they are pigmented, but they aren't too pigmented to the extent that it's hard to work with. I love that you can layer the shades, you can build them up, and they are just a dream to work with. And the shimmers, they aren't creamy, but they are instead very sparkly, super intense on the lids, which I really appreciate. Yeah, it's just a winner in my book. When it comes to the Aurora Lights palette, I haven't noticed any hard pans whatsoever, which is really nice because that means that the formula is consistent with the other palettes. I also want to clarify the fact that even if I say that a brand is my favorite or a formula is my favorite, it doesn't necessarily mean that I will give them a raving review. I will always be honest with my thoughts and opinions about a product, even if I receive it in PR, even if I get it for free, or if I buy it myself. So with that being said, in my humble opinion, I can't find anything negative to say about this palette, but if the brand happens to release something I don't like in the future, I will of course be upfront about that. I can't wait to see what Simply Posh will release in the future, because so far it just gets better and better for every release. And that's so exciting. I do of course want to know if you have tried this brand before, have you bought this palette, or do you have any other palettes from Simply Posh Cosmetics? Please let me know in the comments. And if you are into indie makeup or colorful makeup in general, please consider to subscribe. See you soon. Bye bye.